MovieWeb.com.
So I wanted to begin by asking, the Free Willy is such a great franchise and it's been around for a while. Yeah. And of course, your family legacy and your name and the Irwin. So it seems like a perfect marriage of sort of, to express your father's legacy. So talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'd said to my mum I'd love to do a movie one day, and I'd also love to do the voice of an animated character, like Shrek or something like that. But anyway, when Free Willy came along and they said, would you like to do this movie? Of course we said yes, because we have loved all of the other Free Willy movies. And they're not just a fun, action-packed family movie for all ages, really, but they also have a great message in it. And, while you're watching it, you'll accidentally learn something. So it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, and I'd always wanted to carry on in my dad's legacy, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps. I know I'd watched his movie so many times, Crocodile Hunter Collision Course, and I'd always wanted to do my first movie, my own movie, so this was such a great movie to start on, really. I mean, everyone was lovely. Beau Bridges was incredible. He's such an inspiration and such an accomplished actor as well, so I was very privileged that I got to work with him. And then also the director, Will Geiger, he was amazing as well. He had his 2 kids that I got to play with between scenes when we were filming, and everyone was lovely. It was our first time to Africa. My dad had been there before filming documentaries, but the places that he went to, there was a high malaria risk and then also a lot of political unrest. So it was our first time, and it was beautiful. We went to Cape Town. It was gorgeous.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like the film's message is really about these animals and not keeping them in captivity, and they need to be free and out in their own environment. So could you talk a little bit about that message and really how it applies to children in the film?
Yeah, definitely. Well, exactly. There's a great message of kid empowerment as well. I mean, I really believe that as kids, we're the next voters, we're the next decision makers, and we're really the next generation making a difference on our planet. I once watched a very, very old movie, and it had the line in it that went, "Children should be seen and not heard." And I had to ask my mum what that meant, and she was telling me about how back then kids really didn't get to have an opinion of their own, and they didn't get to make choices. And I think that's really sad, and I think as kids we should be able to have our own voices because we are the next generation.
So how did you learn to act? I mean, was that just something naturally that sort of comes out?
Well, I was lucky because I got to work with Beau Bridges, and he taught me so much. He gave me acting the first 6 lessons on audio tape, and then also the book that I'm reading right now. And he was wonderful because he told me a lot about how not to worry too much about your lines, but to just think of it as a conversation like what we're doing right now. And I really think that really, really helped. But the funny thing was the scariest moment, I'm going to be honest, the scariest moment throughout the whole movie, I had nightmares, I was really scared, it was when they said, "We have to cut your hair." See, I had grown my hair down to my waist, and they said, "Oh, we have to cut it for the movie so you have a different look," and I was really scared. But when they cut it, I loved it, and I've actually kept it ever since, so it was a lot of fun. But
great.
That's the funny thing, is that's the scariest moment of the whole film.
Well, and then finally, I just want to ask you, if your father could look down and sort of, say something to you right now, do you think he'd be very pleased with the way you're sort of carrying on in his legacy?
Yeah, definitely. I really look up to my dad. He's my hero and my inspiration, and I love him so much. And I was very lucky because since the day I was hatched, he's been teaching me so much, not only about wildlife, but then also about working around cameras. And he taught me how to work under basically like extreme circumstances. So with documentary filming, you can't exactly say, "Can we get that elephant to charge again, please? You have 1 take." And it really helped with this movie, not that it was that hard or that difficult, and you had that 1 take, you had about 25 takes per scene, but it helped that I was comfortable around cameras, and he really helped me with that.
Beau Bridges.
Well, what are we waiting for?
And introducing Bindi Irwin in her feature film debut.
I knew you could do it!
Free Willy, Escape from Pirates Cove. Coming soon.